Hello, class 11 RS Aggarwal students. Welcome once again to Math is Possible. Today I am going to continue your video for the chapter relations. Okay, don't forget I was doing relations and along with relations I am doing the chapter mathematical induction for you RS Aggarwal students. So I have done till question number 2 in the previous video. I remember. Now I am going to do question number 3. Okay. So I'm going to start with question number 3. So this is what question number 3 is saying. If A and B are two non-empty, if A and B are two non-empty sets, there are two non-empty sets, A and B are two non-empty sets, then you have to prove that A cross B is equal to B cross A. Now you know this question has a two-way proving, but the second part is split into another two parts. There is the first part and there is a second part that is split into another two parts. Now these three parts that you have, you don't have to do it if you have 1 mark or 2 marks, but if you have more than 2 marks, then you can go ahead and do all three parts. So let's watch. This is case 1, first part or case 1. In case 1 you have to do this. I forgot to write something else. Is equivalent to A is equal to B. So if there are two non-empty sets, you have to prove that this is equal to this. That means A is equal to B. So let's start with this part. First I want to start with this part. So you write let A is equal to B. Mark this as equation number, let's say equation number 1. Now use equation number 1, right, from 1. This is how you have to do it in the exam. From 1. A is equal to B. Then you do A cross B is equal to B cross B. So look, what did I do? I multiplied a B over here and I multiplied a B over here also. So now from here, what I can do, since I have written A is equal to B, this A changes to B and this B changes to A. Then again I get B cross B. So now when you look at equation number 2 and if you look at equation number 3, this is 2 and this is 3. When you look at these two equations, you will notice both of them are equal to each other, right? So equation 2 is equal to equation 3. So equation 2 is equal to equation 2 is equal to equation 3. So equation 2 is equal to equation 3. When equation 2 is equal to equation 3 means A cross B is equal to B cross A. So where did I start from? I started from A is equal to B and I got the final answer. A cross B is equal to B cross A. Now let's start my part 2. Let's write this a little down here. Let A is equal to B and that was equation number 1. So I started from this. I won't have any space, that's why I wrote it a little bit down there. You write part by part. This is the first part in your book and then the next part in your notebook. Then like that you can write down ways, or if you can split your notebook into 3 parts, do it like how I am doing. Next one, which is the correct marker. Next one is case 2. This is case 2. In case 2 there are two parts. This is part 1. This is part 1. Part 1. In case 2 this is part 1. What do you have to do? You have to write let A cross B is equal to B cross A. So start with this. Because we had started with this in the first case, now we'll start with this. So look very carefully. So let A comma B belong to A cross B. Okay, let A comma B belong to A cross B, which implies A comma B belong to A cross B, or you can write it, yeah, no problem. A comma B belongs to A cross B, which implies that, or you can start it in a different way also, like let A belong to A and B belong to B. Let A belong to A, okay, and you can write for some. Don't write it right there because it won't fit. Okay, start like this. Let A belong to A, okay, for some B belonging to B. Okay, now from here what you can write is A comma B belongs to, okay, A comma B belongs to A cross B. Okay, right? From here we can write this: A belongs to A for some B belongs to B. That means A comma B belongs to A cross B. Now why did I change it to this? A belongs to A. Why didn't I start from here? You see, you can start from here, there is no problem, but then you have to think it up. If I started from A belongs to A for some B belongs to B, then at last I can get that A belongs to B. Okay, because I have to prove this part. I started with this, I have to prove this. Look, okay, how I'm doing it, then you'll understand. So, which implies that A comma B belongs to B cross A. Why? Because A cross B is equal to B cross A, which implies A belongs to B for some B belonging to A. So you see where you had started from. You started from here, okay, mosquito. You started from here and then you ended here, okay. So you look, what can you say from these two parts? What can you say from these two parts? A belongs to the set A also and B belongs to the set A also. B belongs to the set B. A belongs to the set B. I wrote it wrong. Lucky I checked it. I have a very bad habit of writing these things wrong. Okay. From here, this is the actual last step. Okay, see, A belongs to the set A. A belongs to the set B also. That means what? A is a subset of B. Mark this as equation number 4. Mark this one as equation number 4. Understood? I am explaining once again. I started over here, I started with this. This is okay. Second case, I started with this part. Okay, A cross B is equal to B cross A. I could have written this. Okay, then again split it. This belongs to A and this belongs to B. Then that would have caused me another problem. Okay, see, if I would have split it like A belongs to A and B belongs to B, then I could not have written that A is a subset of B, or A belongs to B and B belongs to A. We cannot write it like that because we haven't said that A is a subset of B. Like from here, if I would have started with A comma B belongs to A cross B. Now you have to write A belongs to A and B belongs to B. But how are you going to change this A to B? You haven't proved it. You haven't proved it yet that A is a subset of B or B is a subset of A or something like that. You haven't proved it. So you cannot change this. So you have to start from this and then go ahead, get it like this, then change it because this is equal to this. Okay? Try and understand the logic behind it. Now let's go and do the part 2 of second case. Okay? So here is the part 2 of second case. Now look, those of you who don't want to do, those of you who see that the marks are not very much, okay, like 2 marks or something like that, don't do this part, okay? This is enough. Actually, this is just the continuation of this. Just see, not continuation, something like from, I want to write now B cross A is equal to A cross B. Just in revert, change positions. Okay, B cross A is equal to A cross B. Let, you start with let. Now I have just put this in front and that there. So there is no use of doing this, but still you have to do it actually. Now you have to write, so let B belong to B for any A belonging to A, because we have to start with this. That means B comma A implies, of course, B comma A belongs to, what's that? B cross A. Okay, B cross A. If it belongs to B cross A, that means it belongs to A cross B also. So you can write B comma A belongs to A cross B also. Okay. Now from here, what do we get? Simple. Which implies that B belongs to A for any A belonging to B. Okay. So we started from here, B belongs to B, and we ended over here, B belongs to A also. Okay. So what can I write? B is a subset of A. Okay. You see, by now you have noticed, any question where you have to prove equal to something, you have to do two types of proving. First, you have to prove that this is a subset of this and this is a subset of this. Then only you can say both of them are equal to each other. Okay. But if it's just saying that you have to prove a subset of something, then you don't have to do two-way proving. You can do one-way proving. That's enough. Okay. So I'll show you the next question. Okay. It's just a one-way proving. Okay, so I hope you have understood this question. Question number 3, mark it important. This is an important question. Okay, this is a question that will come for exam. At least one proving will come, one or two questions will come from this part. Okay, in your exam, proving of theory. Cbse students, class 11 students. Okay, let's go on to the next question. The next question is question number 4, part 1. Okay, 4, part 1. 4, part 1, this is the question. It's saying, if A is a subset of B, it's given A is a subset of B, then you have to prove that A cross C is a subset of B cross C for any set C. Now look very carefully. This is not telling you to prove that it is equal. So you do one-way proving. Why? It's telling you to prove something is a subset of something. So when it's telling, if the question comes that you have to prove that some relation is a subset of the other, then you have to do one-way proving. But if it's telling you to prove this is equal to this, then you have to do two-way proving. Okay, don't forget that. Okay, make sure you do it like that. You can do two-way proving, but do one-way only. Okay, that will be better. So now from here, what we are going to do, we'll take this. Okay, so you write let A be a subset of B. Let A be a subset of B. Then you write let A belong to A for any C belonging to C. I want to take C. I want to check it out first. Okay, you cannot know what is going to be the next step. Okay, unless you know what the question is already from before. Otherwise, you will not know what's going to be the next step. So look at it very carefully. I want to take A belongs to A for any set C belongs to C. Now some of you will say, why C? Can't I take B belong to B over here? Don't take like that. We have a new set C. Okay. So that's what we are trying to do. That means A comma C, whole thing belongs to A. Okay, so we cannot start from here. Okay, we cannot start with this. Okay, we have to start with A comma C belongs to A cross C. We start with A comma C belongs to A cross C. We're still getting that only, which implies, actually we can do one more step and then continue from here, which implies A belongs to A, okay, and C belongs to C. Actually, we came back to what we had written at first. That means this A belongs to the set B and this C belongs to the set C. Okay, that actually means A comma C belongs to the set B cross C, right? Now, if you assume this to be your starting point, you started from here, okay, and you ended over here. Just look very carefully. If you started from here and you ended here, then A comma C belongs to A cross C and A comma C also belongs to B cross C. Okay, so you mark this as 1 and then you mark this as 2. All those things now become just writing. Okay, so from 1 and 2. Now you write from 1 and 2. From 1 and 2. So you can start with anything you like. In case you fall into a problem, you can just do it this way. Okay, continue this way. So we were supposed to actually start from here, but we started from here. No problem. Just you do your own changes. In the exam, you mark what are the 2 things that the person who's correcting your paper has to see. Once he sees these 2 things, and he will give you full marks. So from 1 and 2, A cross C is a subset of B cross C. Why? Simple, because A comma C also belongs to A cross C and A comma C also belongs to B cross C. How did I change from A to B over here? Because I have already taken that A is a subset of B. So don't get confused over here. Over here, I split it up again. A belongs to A, C belongs to C. Okay, and then from here, A belongs to B because A is a subset of B. Already started with that. Let's go on to the part 2 of this. Question number 4, part 2 is entirely different question. Okay, it's not like a continuation of this or something like that. It's something else. So question number 4, part 2. Look at this. Question number 4, part 2 is given as A is a subset of B if, okay, if A is a subset of B and C is a subset of D, okay, then prove. It's saying prove that A cross C is a subset of B cross D. Okay, A cross C is a subset of B cross D. Okay, no problem. Let's start. What do you start with? You start with these 2 parts. Let A be a subset of B, comma C be a subset of D. Now you write let A comma B belong to A cross C. Let A comma B belong to A cross C, or A comma C belong to A cross C. Okay, which implies from here that A belongs to A and C belongs to C, which actually implies that A belongs to what? B. Why? Because A is a subset of B and C belongs to C. What does subset means? Means that this is contained in this. The elements that you will find here, you will find here also. Okay, so that means if A belongs to the set A, then A belongs also to the set B. Okay, when you write the set, suppose this is set A, it has say C, D, E, A. Okay, then this is set B, it has say F, C, D, okay, E, A. Okay, so it has A, whatever it may be. Okay, you don't have to. I don't have to write the set perfectly. Whatever it may be, it is a subset, means both of them have the same element. Okay, so now from here what can we write? Simple. A comma C now belongs to what? B cross C, right? Sorry, B cross D. I didn't change this part. Okay, always keep looking at what you have to prove, then you won't make a mistake. Okay, so A changed to B over here, C changed to D over here. Okay, now from part 1 we started with this. Okay, from 1 and 2, this is 1 and this is your 2. So from 1 and 2, what can you write? You can just write A cross C is a subset of B cross D. That's it. 1 mark. This is 1 mark question, not more than that. Okay. That's it for this question. Let's go on to question number 5. I am going to do till question number 5 today because these are the only proving questions that are left. In the next video, we will continue with the chapter and we will do the next questions. And there is only till question number 9 in this exercise. Okay, after that we will continue to the next exercise. Let's go on to question number 5. Question number 5 is given as if A cross B, if A cross B is a subset of C cross D, if A cross B is a subset of C cross D, and A cross B is not equal to 5. This is useless actually. They have just given it to you to confuse you a little bit and nothing else. I'll tell you what that means. Okay. Those of you who know it, good. You have to prove that A is a subset of C, A is a subset of C, and B is a subset, just opposite to the previous question. B is a subset of D. That's what we have to prove. A is a subset of C and B is a subset of D. Now from here, let's start. First of all, we have to understand the question. The question is saying clearly that this relation is a subset of this relation, and this relation cannot be empty. Simple. A cross B cannot be equal to 5 means the relation cannot be empty. 5 shows an empty relation. So if this was given as A cross B is equal to 5, okay, that means the relation is empty. It doesn't have any elements. Okay, no elements, but it does have. Okay, because it's not empty. Then you have to prove what A belongs to C and B belongs. A is a subset of C and B is a subset of D. So start writing. Right. Start from here. Let A cross B be a subset of C cross D. Okay. Then let okay, A belong to A and B belong to B. Okay, implies A comma B belongs to A cross B, right? A comma B belongs to A cross B. Why? Because that's the coordinate now. Now from here, it implies that A comma B belongs to C cross D, right? Why? Because A cross B is a subset of C cross D. So if A comma B belongs to A cross B, it also belongs to C cross D. Simple explanation. Which implies that A belongs to C, okay, and B belongs to D, right? See, the set A belongs to A, we have start from here, right? We start from here. Part 1, this is your equation 1 or whatever, part 1. We have started from here. A belongs to the set A and B belongs to the set B. And we got over here in the second part, A belongs to the set C and A belongs to the set D, right? This A element belongs to A also set and C set also. B belongs to set B also and D also. So now from here we can write, which implies that A is a subset of C over here. A is a subset of C and B is a subset of D. That's it for this question. Another 1 mark question. Very nice question. Okay, you all do this. Okay, and I have done many theorems and I have also done many proving. Okay, so you all can watch them. Okay, go through them once again. Go through the previous proving questions, and one question will definitely come, 1 or 2 questions. So don't miss it. Okay, and keep taking as much help as possible from my channel, Math is Possible. See you in the next video.